your beat. All you need is a, all you need is a, all you need is a brush.
Look at so wavy, wavy.
All you need is a, all you need is a brush. All you need is a brush. All you need is a
360 Jesus.
where you get your beats.
HustleDreamProduction.
Alright you guys, so before I start cutting, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the top first. I'm gonna saturate my client's hair with water, just the top, so I could section it off. He wants about 1 inch off the top, so the cut is already kind of in place where I want it. The shape is already kind of there, so all I need to do is section it at the parietal ridge right here where I'm, you know, combing it over. I'm just gonna lift that part up, take off about 1 inch and lay everything back down. Now that the top is cut to the length my client wants, I'm gonna work on the taper. What I'm gonna do first is comb out the taper in the direction that I want it to go. Then I'm gonna use my JRL 2020T trimmers and to set in my bald line. Now, the way I'm gonna set in my bald line is I'm gonna do it in a triangle-like shape. The reason why I'm setting my guideline in like this is because I wanna bend to my taper and I wanna stand out. I wanna look different from the rest, and that's the reason why I do different style guidelines, is because when people ask my client who cut you, I want them to refer back to me because it looks so different. Now, using my cordless fast feeds with the lever open, I'm gonna start in the middle by setting my guideline in, and I'm gonna go up about 1/2 inch, but I'm not gonna go 1/2 inch next to the vertical bar. I'm basically gonna fade that all the way down, come to a point. That way I could keep some of that line as dark as possible. So right now, I'm gonna use my 1 guard with the lever open and do the same exact thing that I did with the lever open. I'm gonna go up in the middle about 1/2 inch and kind of fade it, making it come to a point at the vertical bar. So I'm not gonna worry about going up any further. The reason why I'm not going up any further because I want to clip over comb and build shape. So right now I just closed the lever on that 1 guard and I'm working downward, kind of cleaning up that area in the middle. Basically just flicking out that area in the middle, knowing that I'm not gonna take out this guideline, I'm just softening it up for the next step. Now that the guideline is softened up with the 1 guard, using the 0 guard with the lever fully closed, in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Now keep in mind that you want to use your corners the entire time. The reason why you want to use your corners is because a lot of times you can't focus on 2 things at once. I know sometimes using that full blade, I won't pay attention and I might take off more than I wanted to on the other side of that blade. So I found that using my corners in tight areas, you know, makes for unwanted errors. So in the same way you softened up that middle line by using the 1 guard with the lever closed, I'm gonna do the same thing with that bottom line. I'm gonna set the lever halfway and I'm gonna soften up that line to make it easier to come behind it with the next step. Now with the lever fully closed, using your corners only in a flick out motion, flick out that bottom line. Remember, if you need to go higher, adjust your lever as you go up. So now that I set the guidelines in and took them out, it's time to worry about the bulk on top. I'm gonna use clipper over comb technique to basically make that bottom half blend into the bulk on top. I'm gonna do it by going upward, set my comb at a 45-degree angle, see what hair sticks out, basically go all the way up to that one guard and blend that one guard into the bulk. Alright, so this is the most important part to a blend, is that's detail work. Alright, what I like to do is rest my eyes, come back to the blend, but that's only if I don't have a mirror. If I have a mirror, I'm utilizing my mirror. Alright, the mirror gives you a different perspective on the blend that you just can't see head on sometimes, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know what it is, it just gives you you know, a different take on it. So make sure you use your corners, use different guards in areas where you see bulk, and just use corner work. Think of your clippers as thinning shears. So before I continue doing detail work, I'm gonna stop and make the bottom half razor bald using my shavers. So right now, I'm gonna bring the sides down to a 3-guard with the lever closed, just making sure everything is even on the sides. I didn't want to take too much off the sides because, you know, I still wanted to leave it dark. So a 3-guard is the right length to make sure everything is still, you know, has that contrast. So when it comes to working on the back, it's the same exact steps that I use on the sides. The only difference is I'm not really putting a bend in my guidelines, it's just straight. So because my client wants a textured top, I'm going to use my thinning shears to add texture. I'm gonna basically section off a little bit at a time. Use my thinning shears, go in. You can do some point cutting if that's what you like. I like to just use my thinning shears, basically just sectioning it off. And then after I lay it down, just do some cross cutting. Lastly, I'm gonna add some texture powder to my client's hair. This gives the hair volume and it gives it that messy look that, you know, your client wants when they ask for a crop top. Listen, let me tell you why they call me 360. When they sit in my chair, I spin them in a full 360, and they come out looking like,
damn, son, we make it look easy.
You too! This is the cut! And if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, Hustle Dreams Production, that's my brother, he does all my beats. His YouTube channel will be linked in the description below. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, if you want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, links will be in the description below. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My TikTok is official360Jeezy and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here. Chip.